And one day in July in 2021, as a nation, we stared into the heart of darkness. We watched in horror as parts of KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng were engulfed in violence, looting and destruction and death. We saw scenes of homes being ransacked and destroyed, and shops and businesses and warehouses being looted and torched, and of people being beaten and humiliated. We felt uncertain and fearful for ourselves, our loved ones, and our country. We felt the greatest sense of betrayal that there were some amongst us who would go so far as to plot to destroy this very country we had spent the past 28 years to build. We are still struggling to come to terms with the cost. There is the economic cost of well over 50 billion rand that was wiped off our economy, and to the livelihoods of those who looked on helplessly as their businesses were damaged or destroyed. There is a cost to the families of those who lost their loved ones so tragically, and those who were injured. And of course, the other cost that impacts on the livelihoods of our people is the almost 2 million people who lost their jobs as the businesses were destroyed and were made unable to operate. As government, we are taking decisive steps to ensure that such events do not happen again, and that those who were behind them are brought to justice. Chairperson, what is also hard for us to come to terms with is how those behind the unrest cynically took advantage of society's most vulnerable to further their aims. Using the pretext of political grievance, those behind these acts have sought to provoke a popular insurrection. They have sought to exploit the social and economic conditions under which many South Africans live, conditions of poverty, unemployment, and inequality, and those conditions that were worsened since the onset of the coronavirus pandemic. And they did this to provoke ordinary citizens and criminal networks to engage in opportunistic acts of looting. The chaos was used as a smokescreen to carry out economic sabotage, like attacks on commercial trucks carrying goods and food to various shops and places, the raiding and torching of shopping malls, factories and warehouses, and the blocking of roads and highways vital to economic activity in our country. We've heard from media monitoring and data analysis agencies these hearings how instigators led well-orchestrated campaigns on social media to inflame even racial tensions, spread fake news, and disseminate misinformation.